Hello everybody, my name is Shaggy and welcome to Totally Decked, a series of videos where I teach and play solitaire games that only use a standard deck of cards. Today I'm playing one of my favorites, Scoundrel, a roguelike dungeon crawler that is difficult and addictive. To set up Scoundrel, simply remove all red face cards and red aces, along with both jokers. These cards can be returned to the box. I like to keep out one joker, I'll explain why in just a little bit. Then you just want to shuffle up the rest of the deck. This is the dungeon. Give yourself 20 starting health using your preferred method. It could be a pen and paper or a d20. I'm using the fabulous iron clays from Roxley Games, not a sponsor. And that's it, we're ready to begin. Don't worry if you don't know how to play, I'm going to teach the rules as I go, as I always do on this channel. You want to begin by dealing out the first room of the dungeon. Every room consists of 4 cards. You now have the choice whether you want to enter the room or avoid the room by sweeping up all the cards and putting them at the bottom of the dungeon deck. Keep in mind you can't avoid 2 rooms in a row, so if we skip this room, we'll be forced to enter the next. I actually like the look of this room, so we're going to enter. We now must face 3 of the 4 cards that are in the room. Every black card represents a monster. Every diamond represents a weapon, and every heart represents a health potion. The strength of each monster is simply its value. So we have a 6 strength monster and a 2 strength monster in this room. The strength of the weapon is also its value. So I'm going to start off by taking this weapon. Now I call this a weapon. It functions a little bit like a weapon and armor, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to face this monster. Now when I face a monster, I can either just attack them barehanded, in which case I will be damaged whatever the value, whatever the strength of that monster is. So if I were to attack this monster with my bare hands, we'd lose 6 health. But if I have a weapon equipped, I can use my weapon. So that's what we're going to do. Now we're just going to lose health equal to the difference between the monster's strength and the strength of our weapon. In this case, they're the same, so we won't lose anything. But if this had been like an 8, we would lose 2 health. We're going to keep the monster card here because now in the future, in order to attack with this weapon, the monster has to be less than 6. We cannot attack any monsters greater than 6 using this weapon anymore. But we can attack this monster that's only 2 strength. So the 2 is less than 6, so again, we're not going to lose any health. And there we go, we've faced 3 out of the 4 cards that were in that dungeon room. When that happens, you go to the next room by dealing out 3 more cards. The card that you didn't face stays in the row. And now once again, we need to face 3 out of these 4 cards. I think I failed to mention this earlier, but we're trying to get through the entire dungeon deck. If we can do that, we win. And then you score points based on how much health you have left, but really, it's just trying to survive. This game is hard enough. This is a little bit of a tricky situation because we have these health potions here, but we haven't lost any health, so this isn't a great time to have those health potions. You can't save them. Also, you can only use 1 health potion per room. So if we were to interact with both this health potion and this one, we would just ignore the second one. It would get immediately discarded. That's not good. So I think we're actually going to skip this room. It's a little bit dangerous because we're giving up this really nice weapon there. So this is definitely a risk. So what we do is we just swipe these up and put them at the bottom of the deck. And what I like to do is flip over this card. That reminds me that I skipped a room, so now we have to face whatever this next room is, no matter how bad. And it's starting off pretty bad. Oh no. We've made a terrible mistake. Wow. Okay, that is rough because right now our weapon is basically used up. So we can't use the weapon, we can only go with our fists. Right? In order to use this weapon, it would have to be a card under 2, and no such card exists. Aces are high in this game. So we're going to lose a lot of health here. So let's face off against this 9 monster. Hand-to-hand combat, we're going to lose 9 health. Ouch. but we do defeat it. So we just put it in the discard pile. We'll do the same thing with this 3 and this other 3. That means we're going to lose 6 more health. We're down to 5 health already. That's brutal. It looks like we made the wrong decision there. But now we can flip this back over. We resolved 3 of the 4 cards. We go to the next room. Woo! And yeah. We flip that back over because we can skip the room again. This is a bad, bad room, so we're skipping it. We need some weapons, and we need them fast. And some healing would be nice. Okay, there's a very weak weapon. Ah, there is a new weapon. Well, this isn't the ideal room, but we have no choice. We have to face this room. So we're going to start by getting a new weapon, this 2 weapon. So when you get a new weapon, you discard your old weapon along with all the monsters that are on it. And you have to equip the new weapon. You can't choose to just ignore it. You have to equip it. I'll now get this much better weapon and get rid of that one. And then we'll heal for 4. Okay. 9 health, that's a little bit better. And we face that room. We can flip this back over. Ooh, that was a close one. And now we have a nice weapon. I'm not loving this room either because we have just one moderately tough enemy. And I like the healing. I guess this isn't that much healing, so we could just discard it. You know what? Yeah, we will do that. So let's face this monster. Our weapon is 7, and that's a 10, so the difference is 3. We're going to lose 3 health. We'll then heal for 6. And I'm going to choose to take this other healing potion, but we can only heal once per room, so this one's just going to get discarded. But it's only a 2, so that's not a big loss. Great. Ah. And that was the problem with taking that 10, is now I can't use this weapon to go after that queen. It's tough, because if we skip this, then I don't really want to skip this. I'm going to just attack here, because it's lower, and it's equal, so we won't lose any health. Can attack here, lower, and less than that, so we won't lose any health. And now I'll get this new weapon. We'll have to discard this. That's kind of a shame. But let's see if it works out. Ooh. And like I said, that's a 14 because aces are high. So, you know, a jack would be 11, queen's 12, king's 13, ace is 14. Ugh. Well, this room is just for the birds. So if I were to attack that ace, that would be 9 damage. I've got 12 health, so we go down to 3. But then I could take out that, and then hope to get a better weapon. Is that crazy? You know, it might be crazy, but I'm going to do it. So we're going to take 9 damage. But then we can take out that. No damage, no damage. Okay. And this room we will be skipping. So we really need this other room here to be good. We need some healing, and we need a really nice weapon. Oh, there it is. That is a nice weapon. And there's the other ace. And there's some healing. Oh, and there is the best weapon in the game. We removed all the face and ace cards of the, the red cards, so the 10 is actually the highest diamond. This worked out perfectly. This is exactly what we wanted to see. So, first of all, let's heal up. Let's get this best weapon in the game. And then let's fight the scariest monster, only losing 4. And we've got this great alternative weapon here. So we are sitting pretty. Whoops. Oh, more healing. This is easy. We're definitely coming here. We're definitely getting our 10 health. 5, 10. We're attacking the jack with our weapon. We're just going to lose 1. And then with this 2, we can always choose to fight it barehanded rather than with our weapon. So in this case, we'll just take the 2 damage and get rid of it. And we'll save our weapon to be able to hit other things. Wonderful. Ooh, the king. I could skip this room. If I don't skip this room, I could take both of those and then take the 9. Then I'd be in position to take the king. Or I could skip this. I don't want to skip this because I don't want to have to put that at the bottom. Unfortunately, I think we have to go. So I think we have to do this. And then take that. It's not ideal, but I think it'll be all right. Ooh. So this is lovely, except for I think there's queens in here. I can't really remember what we've killed, but I don't know. I don't want to waste this opportunity. So that's 4 damage. And then nothing and nothing. Once again, we have a very weird situation here. Okay, you know what? I have an idea. I am gonna, I'm gonna stay here. We're gonna get the 9 health. I mean, that gets us back all the way to 19. That's amazing. Then I'm gonna do something a little funny. I'm gonna take this weapon. And use it to fight this. So now that's 5 damage. But we can go on to the next room. Ooh. Man, once again, I really want to save that. Yeah, we're going to do it again. We're going to take this. We're going to fight this with it, which means we'll lose 7 health, but then we'll gain 7 health right back. And we save our good weapon. This is the best weapon that we have left. So if we have any more kings and queens in here, we're going to want to have that. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. We're going to take the good weapon. Face the king. We lose 5. Then we'll take the queen. Lose 4. Down to 5 health. But that's sweet. Oh, another queen! No! Okay, and a jack. Be health. No. We can take this jack. Well, hold on. Before we do this, let's just heal 3. We can't do the queen because it has to be lower than, not equal to. So we can do this jack, though. That's 3. And then we can do the 8. Just nothing. So now we're down to 1 card. I'm really hoping this is health. What could this even be that will help us? Well, let's find out. Okay, 5 health. But unfortunately, we have to resolve this queen. We have to do them bare-knuckled. They're a 12. 5, 10. We only have 10 health. So we are 2 health short of being able to take that hit. And so because of that, we end the game with a -2. That's sort of how you can score how well you did even when you lose. Since we were 2 health short, -2. Oh, we were so close. This 1 queen. But there you have it. That was a complete game of Scoundrel. I'd like to thank all the financial supporters of Totally Tabled, including the totally radical Mitch Fisher, Hextra, John Kohler, Scott Myers, and Jay Satterwhite, as well as the totally bodacious Michael Crampton. If you're interested in becoming a member, you can join on YouTube or my Patreon at www.patreon.com/totallytabled. You'll gain access to my new exclusive podcast, Table Talk, as well as unboxing videos and whatever extra stuff I come up with. As always, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.